Why are you so freaked out? You didn't know Ellen was taking the job in San Francisco?
No, I found out from Dr. Quartermain. But she didn't tell me that Ellen was leaving tonight. This is crazy. And where are all of her things?
She put them in storage so that she could sublet.
So what, she's been planning this for a while?
Oops.
She remembered that I was looking for a place to live. So here I am, the new tenant.
Ellen is gone.
You mean she didn't even say goodbye? Wow. Looks like Burgess dumped Harmon big time.
Sad, isn't it?
Eve, what is it?
That kiss just now.
I know. Why did you pull away right in the middle of it?
Because it wasn't you.
I'm sorry, you lost me.
I opened my eyes, and you turned into David Bordiso. And he threatened me. Oh, God, he said he knew my secret.
Shouldn't you be at the hospital?
Hey, do you know how to fix a broken starfighter, huh?
Joe's the official daddy. Let him do it. Just leave it there. I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
If anyone calls, I'm in the shower.
Frank, wait.
It's been a real long day.
I know. I thought you'd be home before now. Where were you?
Minding my business while you were finding some lame excuse to wait up for me. What do you really want?
We never finished our
If this is about you wanting to have another baby
Frank,
with me,
Frank, I want you to think about it. If Neil had a little brother or a sister, there's a real good chance he or she could be the bone marrow donor.
And I could be Uncle Frank again? To my own kid? Forget it.
Wait, are you sure it belongs to Frank?
Yes, he tried to give it to me earlier at the hospital. I told him I didn't want any gifts from him.
Then somebody trashes your apartment and leaves us behind like a calling card.
Well, look, hold it. Stuffed animals are a dime a dozen. Are you sure this is the same one Frank had at GH?
Yes, when I wouldn't accept it, he tried slamming it against the wall. Look, see where the stuffing's coming out?
And the last time you saw it was at the hospital?
Yes.
That's it.
Joe, wait! We have to stop him. If he gets a hold of Frank, it's going to be bad.
Let's go, come on.
Do you want to tell me about this vision of DV?
No, it wasn't a vision.
Well, whatever it was, it scared you.
No, it didn't scare me. It just made me angry. Okay. It made me angry and it scared me. Where did it come from, Kevin?
I don't know. We can try digging if you want. We can try regression therapy.
No. I want to go forward. I don't want to go back. What?
Sit. Please.
Okay. But this isn't going to be fun. DV's face was so real.
Sounds like the images I keep having of the boy in my book.
Oh, great. Now we're both possessed.
Or we're both being controlled.
This must have something to do with what happened to us in Italy.
Someone's going to a lot of trouble to fill our memory with black holes.
Yeah, and then they're filling it up with stuff that doesn't belong there. How are they doing that?
Drugs? Some drugs can cause all kinds of hallucinations.
Yeah, but the hallucinations we were having are very specific to us.
Right. Right. Like Victor, dead on a slab.
Yeah, and DV's face leering at me.
And what is the one common thread through all these visions? Fear.
This is just ridiculous. If this is just some sort of a fun house with things popping out at us going boo, why are they doing it? What do they want from us?
We won't know that until we know who they are.
What about Victor's warning? He said that we would be in danger if we remembered anything.
He said I'd lose you if we got our memories back.
This is whacked. Totally whacked. I'm out of here. You know, they must need doctors in Micronesia. I say we go, set up our own clinic. It'll be paradise. What do you say?
Until the visions come back.
They will, won't they?
I have a feeling they will. Until we understand where they came from. And why.
You sure you should be settling in like this? I mean, what if Ellen decides she doesn't like the new job?
She's gonna love it. It'll help keep her mind off her breakup with Dr. Harmon.
What a pair of lovebirds those two have made. I mean, she cheats on him. He forgives her. Then she dumps him. Nice. Guess that's shooting par for your average relationship.
My, have we been burned badly, Dr. Ramsey?
Ah, I see. So once you figure me out and label me...
Oh,
like
yes, I categorize you. Is that it?
Well, that's how it works, isn't it? I mean, I should know. I'm pretty good at it myself. You know, discovering what makes people tick. This clock, for instance. Now, this could tell me quite a bit. Why would you be holding on to a clock that doesn't even work?
The mechanism just needs to be fixed.
So does your heart. Because the wealthy Viennese aristocrat who gave it to you was also a married man. And all the money he had belonged to his wife, so he couldn't leave her. Instead, he gave you an old broken clock as a token of his undying affection.
You know, sometimes a clock is just a clock.
No, I'm right. Clock was definitely a gift. Who's it from?
Well, you're just dying for a juicy story, aren't you?
Absolutely. Come on, tantalize me.
Okay, the clock. It was a gift. From a very powerful man.
Power, is that what turned you on?
There was more to it.
Love?
You know, love is like an illusion. You put your hand through it and it goes away. Now this was real. It was deep, passionate, intense. Our bodies, our souls. But we were really like one.
This guy really got to you, huh?
I got to him, too. I was something that he couldn't quite control. And one thing led to another.
And?
The end.
What? I mean, the end? You can't stop there. We're right in the middle.
Well, sometimes stories, they just break off when you least expect it.
Shouldn't you get some rest before you go back to the hospital?
Every time I fall asleep, I see Neil burning up with fever all over again.
I'm sorry I wasn't around when it happened.
You had things to do in Atlantic City.
You have no idea, do you, how much I love my son?
Then prove it. Give Neil a brother or a sister. So if things get worse for him, he'll have a sibling who can donate the bone
Courtney, I
marrow.
already told you I will do anything to save Neil's life. Will you?
You know I will.
Then accept my terms. If you and I make another baby, we tell the truth, that it's mine.
If I do that, then Joe will
He'll know that you've been lying all along? That Joe can play Neil's father? That he can build him a fleet of starships? But Joe can't give Neil the one thing he really needs because he is not his father. I am.
You want to rip Neil's world apart?
I want what's mine. I want my son. Why should Joe get to have it all?
What'd you do, Frank? You figure Karen had it coming to her? Huh?
Back off. What the hell are you talking about?
The hell you don't!
Come on, what?
Guys, stop it! Come on!
Hey! Break it up! Both of you! Break it up, Frank! I said break it up!
You want to nail me for this one, Garcia, even though he threw the first punch?
Cool it! I said cool it! You too, Joe.
What? After what he did to Karen? Come on. What are you talking about? What?
Somebody broke into Karen's apartment and trashed the place.
And you think it was me?
You recognize this?
We found it in Karen's apartment. Someone left it.
So why don't you tell me, Frank? Where were you earlier tonight?
It's none of your damn business where I was tonight.
Did you pick this up in Atlantic City?
So what if I did?
And then you gave it to Karen.
As a peace offering.
But she rejected it.
So you decided to get even, broke into her place.
That is bull.
Hey,
I don't think so.
Whoa! Everybody just slow down, okay? Frank couldn't have broken into Karen's apartment. He was with me.
Where?
I ran into Frank right after his run-in with Karen at the hospital. I was leaving, Neil was asleep. I suggested we have some dinner, and that's what we did, and then we came back here. So you see, Frank wasn't anywhere near Karen's apartment.
Well, I guess you're off the hook.
Doesn't David Bordiso have it in for your family? Why isn't he a suspect?
As of right now, he is #1 on my list. I'm gonna check him out and get back to you. I put a man outside your apartment building if you want to go back there.
Yeah, thanks.
Sure.
Karen, I didn't do this.
So, how did the stuffed animal wind up in Karen's apartment?
I don't know. The last time I saw it, I threw it in the trash at the hospital.
Right.
Are you calling Courtney a liar?
I don't know what Courtney's doing.
She's telling the truth.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't know what that sounds like, Frank. The truth.
I think we should go.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We should go.
I'll get that one. These are my patient files.
Can I take a peek at Julie's?
You know they're confidential.
Anything in there about me?
Well, I can tell you that Julie is really looking forward to becoming Mrs. Chris Ramsey. You guys set a date?
Well, it depends on when she gets out of Ferncliff.
I think you should do it before.
Why the rush?
Because if the prosecutor calls on you to testify as her husband, you don't have to.
Why not just wait until I get the subpoena?
Oh, and then have a quickie wedding in the visitor lounge? How do you think the judge is going to look at that? Are you having second thoughts?
All right, to tell you the truth, this whole Free Julie thing is moving a lot faster than I ever imagined it would. You know, I'm just looking ahead. And what's she going to do when she's free?
She'll have you.
Yeah, as long as my schedule allows. And Julie hasn't been on her own since she was locked up. I don't know how she's going to handle it.
Are you afraid of Julie?
No. No, it's just when I think about what she'll be facing, you know? Publicity once she's out. So-called friends avoiding her. Strangers just coming up to her on the street. I don't know. Maybe she should just spend more time at Ferncliff.
No. No, she's where she's at now because of other people thinking the same way you do. Oh, Julie, she threatens us. We can't have that, so let's just lock her away.
Whoa. What, did I walk into the middle of a crusade?
Let's just call it the challenge of a lifetime. And you must be feeling that way, too. Especially with the bond that you forged with her yourself. And you're saying you're worried about what's going to happen to her, that she'll be alone. She won't be alone. I'll be there for her as long as she needs me. And so will you. Now, you make jokes, but you'd never abandon her, would you?
Of course not.
Then as Julie's doctor, I think we need to get her out of there as soon as we can make it happen.
So Victor's resting comfortably? No more outbursts? Well, that's good news. Listen, Mary, when Victor wakes up, if he seems even the least bit coherent, call me right away. I have some questions for him.
Mommy. Mommy, I'm here.
Mary, I have to go. Eve?
Aren't you going to ask me where I really was tonight?
No.
Okay. Then you want to tell me why you gave me a bogus alibi?
Because I thought Garcia had the wrong man. Unless, of course, you did vandalize Karen's apartment.
Well, everyone thinks I did. Why should you be the exception?
Because I know what it feels like to be the person people don't trust. Like you're doing to me right now. I helped you out, so I must have an ulterior motive.
Hey, you're putting too much glue on the edges. Here, let me see.
Neil will be real happy to get this.
And you wonder why I envy Joe. He gets to see that all the time, the way Neil's face lights up. I sit up late at night and I think about it. I think about what I am missing.
Hey, you can spend time with Neil whenever you want to, Frank.
I want to hear him say, "I love you, Dad," to me.
So you're not going to help me, are you?
Is that the only reason you helped me out tonight, so I'll make a baby with you?
To save Neil's life.
Courtney, the rules are still the same. If you and I have another kid, he is going to know me as his father from day one.
Oh, God.
You know, maybe you shouldn't stay here tonight.
I'll be fine, you know, with the cop outside.
You're more than welcome to stay at my place, Karen.
Thanks, but with Frank being around, I don't think I'll be comfortable.
You're right. Sorry. It's a dumb idea. The way my brother's been acting half the time, I don't even want to be there.
Well, at least we know that he didn't do this.
If Courtney was telling the truth.
Well, the thing is, if Frank didn't do it, it has to be David Bordiso. Which means he's been watching me all this time, even at the hospital.
Maybe we were right about him being behind Neil's medication being switched, too.
If we were, that means one of his goons was there when Frank and I had the fight. They saw Frank throw the stuffed animal away.
And fish it out of the trash.
So they could plant it here to make Frank look guilty.
Karen, I don't care if there is a cop outside or not. You shouldn't be alone. Now, why don't I stay here tonight? I'll help you clean up, and I'll crash in a chair. Huh? What do you say?
It sounds good.
Well, I've called all around. There's no sign of Ellen anywhere.
She's on the red-eye to Frisco, Harmon.
Well, then how come none of the airlines show her as a passenger?
Maybe she took a train or she drove. What do I know?
And you and Dr. Locke are pretty thick, huh?
What does she know? She's just subletting Ellen's apartment.
Which is weird, because Ellen's own mother didn't even know about that. Or that she took a job in San Francisco.
Well, did you call the hospital where Ellen's supposed to be working?
Yes, they confirmed that she took the job. She's not starting for a couple of days.
Well, there you have it. She's not missing. She's just taking a break.
Yeah, but where? Where?
Hello? No, you have the wrong number. There is no Dr. Ellen Burgess here. Customer service, please. Yes, this is Dr. Ellen Burgess. I'd like to have this number disconnected right away.
Eve? Can you tell me what happened?
I heard a little boy. He called out to me.
What was he saying?
He called me Mommy. But that doesn't make sense. My baby died. I'm nobody's mommy.
Except a voice inside you asking, am I?
Kevin, do you think my baby could be alive? aren't we all comfy and cozy?
Well, what can I say? Life's just looking pretty good these days.
Well, speak for yourself. You don't have a child who's missing.
Christina isn't missing. She's just on a little summer vacation with the Baldwin clan.
Oh, come on, Chris. You know as well as I do, they're not off seeing Mount Rushmore. They're out of town because someone's harassing them, and that puts my baby in danger.
Julie, if I thought for a second that Scott and Lucy wouldn't go all out to protect Christina, I'd be out there right now myself looking for her.
You really mean it, don't you?
Yeah, well, in between taking care of my patients and sipping on martinis.
Oh, now that sounds like the Chris that I know and love.
Yeah. Well, what can I say? You know, you're not exactly marrying the all-American hero.
Well, I'm not marrying anyone at this rate.
Well, don't be so sure of that.
Oh, but we have so much red tape to get through.
Yeah, but you have a great team behind you working to make that happen. Which means, my little Pookie Bear, it's time for you and me to set a date.
Morning, sleepyhead.
How'd you know I was awake?
Would you believe ESP?
No.
Caught your reflection in the window.
Doesn't look like you got much sleep.
I wanted to make sure that jerk who broke into your apartment last night didn't try it again.
Well, he wouldn't know what he was getting himself into.
I'd go pretty far to protect you.
I appreciate that. Not that I can't take care of
Take
myself.
care of yourself, yes, I remember. I've heard it about 200 times over the last 12 hours.
Well, I just wanted to make sure you got it.
What, you don't think I listened to you?
Not when I used to ask you to pick up your socks or take the trash out.
Okay,
or...
okay. Pretty much a slob to live with, I know. But we had fun, right?
Yeah, we
had
did.
fun, yeah. Oh, guess who it is?
Oh.
Karen, are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry it took so long to get here.
It's all right. I mean, having your place ransacked is a horrible experience, but I'm all right. Joe stayed the night.
Well, I'll tell you this, Bordizza was never, ever going to get to you again.
So I finished my shift at the hospital. We had the emergency with Neil, and I had a run-in with Frank.
What about?
The usual. Frank trying to get me to forgive him.
Did Garcia check out where your brother was when this happened?
Apparently with Courtney.
So then you came home?
Yeah, I walked in, and it looked like a hurricane had gone through here.
And you said you didn't see anybody?
No, whoever broke in was long gone by the time I arrived home.
And there was nothing missing?
Well, there was some jewelry and cash missing, but I haven't gone through everything yet.
He left something behind, too, a stuffed toy Frank had tried to give Karen.
Which I refused.
Frank claims he threw it away in the trash at GH.
Well, then somebody must have picked it up and followed you here.
Bordizza.
Well, I'm not going to let him get away with this.
What are you going to do?
I'm just going to pay him a little visit after I take you to work.
Yeah, well, count me in. I got a few choice words for this Bordizzo character myself.
Please, I don't want either of you doing anything to make this worse.
I just want to clear a few things up with the guy, that's all.
Scott.
Dr. Locke. What brings you around?
I was just coming to say hello to my new neighbors. Can I come in?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Karen, Joe.
Hey.
Hi. Hi. Did you say you moved in here?
Yes, I'm subletting Ellen Burgess's apartment.
Ellen moved?
She took a job at San Francisco Medical Center.
Well, I know she was considering it, but that was awfully sudden. Well, welcome to the building, I guess.
Well, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. I can see I walked in on something. What happened?
Karen's apartment has been ransacked, as you can see.
I'm sorry. And it's very terrible. It's unsettling.
Yes, it is.
If you need to talk to anybody about it, I'm a good listener.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
I didn't realize when I moved into this neighborhood that the crime was so bad.
Yeah, well, this was just no random ransacking.
You know who did this?
Yeah, I do. And I'm gonna take care of it.
So, after the court grants the petition, all we have to do is get a blood test and a license, and it's off to do the I do thing.
You're certainly anxious to make this happen all of a sudden. Have you piled up some new debts I don't know about?
Not a one.
Well, surely you're not in a rush because you're starting to have feelings for me. So, why the big hurry?
For the simple reason that once we're husband and wife, they can't force me to testify against you.
Good thinking, Snickums.
Yeah, I'd love to take credit, but it was actually Rachel's idea.
If Dr. Locke is already planning for the trial, she must believe that I'm going to be getting out of here soon.
See? Everything's looking peachy there, Mrs. Ramsey-to-be.
Mrs. Julie Ramsey. I can't believe this is happening, that we really are getting married.
Pretty weird, huh?
Well, especially since we skipped the whole dating thing. I mean, I don't even know if you eat breakfast in the morning, if you like the room hot or cold, or what side of the bed you sleep on.
Okay, let's see. Yes, hot, and whatever works for you.
So, when is D-Day?
I'll have to check with my schedule. It all depends on the hospital, you know.
Oh, just what I've always wanted. To be squeezed in the middle of a colonoscopy and a hip replacement.
Yeah, look who's complaining. The busy bee of Ferncliff, between macrame and origami and those little ink blot designs. I'm surprised you can fit me in at all.
Well, it doesn't sound like we're going to have a lot of time to plan this wedding.
Gee, you think maybe we should hire a wedding coordinator?
Courtney available?
Oh, I think she'd just die to do it.
Oh, it'll be a beautiful ceremony. You in your tux, and me in my white straitjacket. And we'll invite everyone who hates us.
Oh, so you want a big wedding?
Oh, with flowers and champagne and party favors for everyone. How about personalized fountain pens like the one used to kill my father?
Or maybe some leather-bound copies of General Homicide.
Oh, I could just see the appalled look on Lucy Coe's face.
Yeah, this marriage is definitely going to rattle a few people.
It'll be Port Charles' worst nightmare. Well, if it isn't a happy couple.
Yeah, about to get a whole lot happier. My bride-to-be and I were just discussing our trip to the altar.
Well, if I were you, I would hurry and finalize those arrangements because this wedding is about to hit the fast track.
You've arranged for my 7:30 exam?
Yes, I have. It's all taken care of.
And what if I don't pass?
Oh, not pass a little psych evaluation? Come on, you're going to breeze right through.
You're going to be fine, Julie. And then you're going to have your day before the judge.
Who will be more than willing to grant us permission to get hitched.
I don't know if it's confidence or foolishness on your part, Chris, but whatever it is, I like it.
Well, I aim to please, ma'am. You know, I really should be getting back to the hospital. So, Dr. Locke, would you take care of my fiancée while I'm gone?
I'd be happy to.
And you start practicing those vows.
You'll never guess who dropped by my apartment this morning.
Rachel Locke.
Oh, well, I take it you know that Ellen's gone then.
She left right in the middle of her shift last night.
Why would she do something like that?
Karen, you know, I stopped trying to figure out why Ellen does anything she does.
Like sleeping with Sebastian.
That seems like a good place to start.
You know, I used to have this Norman Rockwell vision of what I want my life to be like.
Yeah?
You know, picket fences and happy endings. And then one day I woke up and realized I was living in a Picasso painting.
You must have been disappointed.
At first. And then I realized Picasso just had a different way of looking at things. It wasn't perfect and ordered, but it did have a beauty all of its own.
Well, I did have an image in my head about the way I wanted things to be between Ellen and me. Finding out about her and Sebastian ruined it. But, you know, I was willing to try to work things out.
Did you tell her?
Yeah, just before she left. You know, she was the one who walked away, not me. And without even saying goodbye.
Well, sometimes goodbye is too hard.
Well, nothing's tougher than this.
let's get out of here now, Scott.
I'll consider the tray an accident.
Oh, come on, I'm not going anywhere until I crack his head open. Don't be an idiot. Come on, Garcia, you know what he's done.
I'm questioning him about the break into Karen's.
Why don't you arrest him?
There's no evidence against him.
Well, there's never gonna be any evidence, Garcia. What are you waiting for, him to kill somebody?
Oh, this is getting a little old, isn't it, Baldwin? Every time something goes wrong in your life, it's my fault.
Scott, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Come on. Let go of me, will you?
Are you out of your mind? You're just plain stupid.
Garcia, come on. You know what this guy's up to here. You know what's going on here.
Think, Einstein. You're on probation. You can go to prison for jaywalking, and you're swinging a lethal weapon at the guy who most likes to see you in jail? Would you let me handle this?
This guy's trying to kill my family, Garcia, and you haven't done a damn thing about it, so I'm gonna let you handle this.
Go home, Scott, before my generous mood disappears. And what's that gonna get you? Locked up in prison where you can't do a damn thing for your family.
He's right, Scott. Be smart, okay? Do this right.
Listen to me. If I so much as see you touch Bordizzo, I'm gonna throw your butt in a slammer. Your call.
You won't see it happen, Garcia.
Okay, Karen should be here shortly.
I got a million ways that I'm gonna take care of that Bordizzo, that snake.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. It's a good thing there's two of us and only one of him.
No, Joe, there's just one of us, and that's me.
Is that your way of telling me to back off, let you handle this?
That's right.
Okay, sure, no problem. In some other life.
No, this is my fight.
It became mine when Bordizzo went after Karen.
Well, I guess you do care an awful lot about Karen.
Yes, as much as you do.
Well, we got a problem, okay? Because she's stubborn.
I wonder where she gets that from.
Some of it I inherited. The rest I've learned hanging around you.
Cut.
Totally. So what plans do the two of you have for me now?
None. You already agreed to stay with your dad once he got back into town. So your safety is not an issue here.
Actually, I kind of changed my mind. I want to stay at my place.
Oh, no,
I don't want you.
Wait. I think I'm perfectly capable of making decisions for my own life.
I know that you're very independent, and I admire that in you. I really, really do. However, Bordizzo, you have no idea what this guy is capable of.
I'm a Baldwin. We don't back down from danger. I also know how to be smart and take care of myself. So will you at least trust me to do that?
Well, I'm still going to keep my security man on you 24 hours.
Deal?
And I'm going to check on you every hour. All right, every other hour.
I'll keep an eye on her in between.
Who can complain about all this attention, huh?
But listen, seriously, if anything suspicious happens, will you please call me?
Cross my heart.
Yes, well, you take care of that heart and the rest of you.
Hey, partner. Don't forget, we got a deal of our own going. Don't leave without your backup, okay?
Yeah, well, old habits die hard. I'll try.
You and my dad are partners.
Well, we found some common ground. You?
Maybe Chris is right, and there's actually a reason to be optimistic.
Well, you sound hopeful.
Well, thanks to you, Dr. Locke.
Julie, you're the one making the progress. I'm just pointing it out to the powers that be.
No one else was willing to do that before. It means a lot.
Yeah. I just want an invitation to the wedding, okay?
I wonder if Chris will want a minister or a justice of the peace.
He's so excited about marrying you, I'm sure it's not going to make a difference. But how about you? Are you excited about becoming his wife?
Of course. I love him.
Well, that's a very good pat answer. Very well rehearsed, very well delivered. It's probably so easy for you, you don't even have to think about it anymore, do you?
Are you intimating there's some other reason I'm marrying Chris?
You know, I make a living out of watching people, observing them, Julie. And there is something going on between you and Chris that leads me to believe that there's a hidden agenda happening here.
If you're so sure we're up to something, then why are you helping us?
Don't get me wrong. Don't do that, okay? I am not challenging your marriage to Chris.
Then what are you doing?
All I'm saying is to go beyond the pat answer. Really examine what's going on between you and Chris. I think if you take an honest look, you'll be surprised at what you might find.
Sure is quiet around here.
We've had more discharges than usual.
Oh, I just meant since a certain bossy doctor's left town. This one's for you, Harmon. Postmark from New Orleans. Think maybe Ellen took a side trip to the streetcar named Desire on her way to San Francisco?
That's her handwriting.
If you don't mind me asking, did she say why she left so suddenly?
You and I had some incredible times together, but it wasn't enough to get us past our differences, and rather than hurt us even more by sticking around, I went for a clean and quick break. If you have any urge to follow me, please don't. I need this time to myself right now. That's why I ended up turning down the job in San Francisco and coming to New Orleans instead, so I could figure out where I want to go with my life. I truly hope you'll find happiness, and I wish you only good things.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Not if this is what Ellen is really all about.
Hello? Lucy, listen, What? No, I'm fine, okay. Karen, yeah, she's a little shaken up. She's, putting up a good front, though. Yes, I saw Bordiso. Lucy, listen, I don't want to talk about Bordiso. I want to talk about you. And the kids, are they, is Serena there? Can I speak to Serena? Serena, hey, applesauce. I miss you too. Are you looking after Lucy and Christina? Good. Okay. Hello, Christina, it's Daddy. Yes, Serena, I heard that. Clear as a bell. When am I going to see you? Soon. Very, very soon. I love you, Serena. I miss you. Okay. Hey, put Lucy back on for a second. Lucy? Are they gone? Yeah, Lucy, listen to me. Bordiso is not. He's not gonna get to our family ever again. I'm gonna make sure of that. Yeah. I love you too, Lucy. I miss you like crazy. Okay. Yeah, okay, I will. Okay, bye. You listen, kiss those kids goodnight for me, okay? Yeah, all right, I'll speak to you soon, bye.
Hi, Scott. It's Julie Devlin. I heard you were out of town, but when you get back, will you please come and see me? I need to speak to you about Christina. It's very important.
Lucy, I know. Today is my wedding anniversary to Dominique. Lucy, Julie called. Left me a message about Stina and, No, hey, calm down. I'm gonna go out to Ferncliff, I'm gonna take care of it, and whatever she's up to, I'm gonna put a stop to it. Yes. All right. I will take care of myself. All right, hey, Lucy, listen, before you go, I wanted to say something. You know, when I married Dominique in Vegas, that could have been the biggest mistake of my life. But it wasn't. It was the best thing that I ever did. I know you miss her as much as I do. But, you know what? Every time we look into Serena's eyes, there she is. And, I wouldn't have Serena if it wasn't for you. It's one of the reasons why I love you, one of the many reasons why I love you, Lucy. Okay. Yeah? Yeah, I will. I'll let you know what happens. I'll call you right away. Bye.
Hi, Scott. It's Julie Devlin. I heard you were out of town, but when you get back, will you please come and see me? I need to speak to you about Christina. It's very important.
All right, let's see what you're up to.
Hey.
Kevin, don't sneak up on me like that.
I'm sorry.
No. It's okay. It's not you. It's me. I don't know what I am.
You heard him again, didn't you? Calling to you?
The boy I thought was my son, no. Not since that one time at the lighthouse. I can't shake the feeling that he's out there somewhere, all alone, without his mom.
Come here.
Oh, this is insane, Kevin. This is insane. My son died after he was born. He is not alive. There's no way. Oh, I'm losing it.
If you are, you're not the only one. Something happened to both of us in Italy that's causing these hallucinations. And I think the key to it all is Victor.
Right. Yeah, well, I think he's due a visit, don't you?
Yeah. Come on.
Do you remember any voices, any smells, anything at all? All right. You just get some more rest, have something to eat. Maybe Kevin will be by to see you later. What?
Tell Mark he's not dead.
Who's not dead?
Mark, have to tell Mark.
Victor, tell me what? Victor? What's going on? Victor, it's Kevin. I'm listening. What is it you need to tell me? Victor, take your time. Take your time.
I really don't think this is a good idea. He's upset. Any added pressure could just make him more agitated.
I know how to deal with a patient, doctor, especially my own father.
Well, maybe you're not being that objective. Please. For his sake.
We just were hoping for a little more progress by now.
I understand. I was too. But what exactly is it you're so eager to find out?
There are a lot of unexplained questions about Victor's time in Italy. Not the least of which is how he ended up off his meds.
Are there any theories?
I don't think working in theories is a good idea right now. Let's just concentrate on getting him back on his medication, and then he can fill in the blanks.
This is a pleasant surprise, Scott. How was your trip?
Julie, I didn't come here to discuss my vacation plans. You called. What is it you want?
I was trying to make amends for what I did to you and Lucy.
Yeah, well, that's going to take quite a lifetime.
Well, I'd like to start by helping you with Christina.
What makes you think that she needs any help?
She's in danger.
Why would you say that?
I overheard some people who had visited another inmate. They said they were going to pretend to be Christina's parents.
Why would they want to do that?
For the reward money from that guy on the news.
Yeah, right, Bordiso. Now, who are these people?
I don't know. I'm not sure who they came to see, and I didn't hear their names.
Good, great. How convenient there, Julie.
Don't believe me, and you may find out what it feels like to have your baby taken
Nobody
away.
is taking the baby away from me. Okay?
What if the real mother shows up someday?
Well, that's not going to happen because the courts have ruled against the real mother we are adopting.
That's great. How soon until it's official?
Why is it your business?
Chris and I might want to adopt once we're married.
Well, that's a good one, Julie. That's really going to happen.
Why not? We're already discussing wedding dates.
Yeah, there's a lot of honeymoon suites out there. Come equipped with padded walls, straitjackets, you know.
I am going to be proven innocent, Scott.
How do you figure that when you confessed?
You obviously haven't heard. Greg Cooper confessed to the murders. He admitted he brainwashed me and made me think that I killed those poor people.
Brainwashed, huh? The old brainwash, huh? Expect anybody to believe that.
Chris believes me.
Well, I got a little news flash for you there, Julie. Chris is after your money.
He loves me. He doesn't care about the money.
Yeah, well, I've seen the prenup, okay?
Maybe Chris did have an agenda at one point. But he's changed. We both have. You, of all people, should know what that's like. I've heard all the Scott Baldwin stories. You're not the same person you were 10 years ago. Things happen, good and bad, that affect your life and who you are. I'm sure Serena has made you a better person. I know Lucy has. Why can't you believe that's possible for Chris and me?
I believe in second chances. Just not for serial killers.
Haven't you ever had anyone who's believed in you? Who picked you up when you were dirt and made you feel like a human being again?
Nice talking to you. Catch you later.
I'm never, ever gonna stop loving you, ever, ever.
I know that. But I don't want you to lock yourself away. I want you to know love again. I want you to feel love. To be loved. And, if you would ever happen to meet someone who made you very happy, I would be so glad.
I think if Victor continues his therapy, gets back on his medication, he'll be back to his old self in no time.
Good. And I see no reason to keep him here.
Well, there's just one small problem. I don't make house calls.
No, I don't see that as a problem. We can bring him to you on an outpatient basis. You would agree that familiar surroundings can help a patient's recovery.
I agree with you, Kevin. I think that if Victor had been home today, we might have been able to get something out of him.
You think that when your father does speak, he's going to be able to tell you something useful. That could take some time.
Well, frankly, I'm much more interested in what's best for my father than I am in information that I can glean from him. And I still see no reason to keep him here. Do you?
Let's make a compromise, okay? We keep him here one more night. He does well, we talk about releasing him in the morning.
Sounds fair.
Then, if you'll excuse me, I do have another appointment to get to.
Nurse Hartman, 4737. Nurse Donna Hartman.
Well, she seems flexible.
Not a word that would come to my mind.
You just don't like the fact that she replaced you as Julie's doctor.
Well, I do get the feeling that she's dancing as fast as she can to keep Victor here. And quiet.
Hey, sorry to interrupt you guys.
Oh, hey, Matt. What's up?
Did Ellen say goodbye to either of you before she left town?
I know that she was planning on maybe taking the job in San Francisco, but to leave like this is kind of abrupt.
Yeah, it's not like her to not say anything to anyone. Maybe I should call her in California, see if she's all right.
She's not there.
Where is she?
New Orleans. I just got a letter from her saying that she wasn't accepting the position at San Francisco Medical Center.
Did she leave an address or a phone number?
Nothing. Now, I can see her not wanting me to find her. But what about you guys? What about the rest of her friends, her family?
Well, Ellen, maybe she needed some time to herself. She needed to get away.
Well, if that was the case, then why did she put all her furniture in storage? And then sublet her apartment to Rachel Locke?
That's interesting timing.
Yes, our Dr. Locke seems to have a knack for showing up at the right place at the right time.
Happy anniversary, Dominique. Never fails. When I come here, I feel at peace. I hope you're at peace up there, as you sure deserve to be. Lucy says that I got a guardian angel, and it's you, that you're always looking after me. Well, Dominique, I got myself in a bit of a pickle. I know. What else is new? I wish you were here to help me here. I do. Well, you always saw the best in me, nobody else. Never did. Lucy does now. She does. We're happy. And we have you to thank for that because you gave us Serena. She is growing up really great, Dominique. I just hope we're raising her right, the way you would want us to. I hope so. I thought I was by myself.
I didn't realize you...
That I was, talking to myself.
You know, it's obvious that this place is very special to you, so I'll leave you alone.
Hey, Rachel. Someone told me that this place has to be shared with everybody.
Is that your way of saying I can stay?
I don't want to disappoint them.
You know, I used to come to a place like this when I was a kid. It was quiet, beautiful, just like this.
Well, you should see it when it's in its glory.
Full bloom, huh?
Yeah.
I bet it smells out of this world.
Yeah, well, flowers, when they're just blooming like that, it's just like it's like a new life. That's what Dominique used to say to me.
Is she the one that told you shouldn't keep this place to yourself? Is that who you were talking to earlier?
Well, she died here in this park.
Sorry.
See, she loved flowers and she loved gardens, Since she was a kid, that's all she really ever had because because her father locked her up most of her life.
Parents are supposed to be caring, but sometimes they're just downright evil.
At least, you know, Dominique had flowers. She could see them from her hospital room up there.
That make her feel better?
I don't know. See flowers, but you can't smell them. You know, when it was getting towards the end, I thought that I should carry her down here. So, I don't know, maybe make it easier if she was gonna slip away. She did.
She's lucky to have you.
No, I was very lucky to have her. She made me everything that I am today, everything. Well, for that matter, so Lucy too.
How so?
Because she gave me my daughter, Serena. And she means the world to me. To us. And she's done to our lives things that, well, you haven't got the time or to listen or, you know.
No. I do if you want to try.
No. Couldn't afford the hourly rate.
I was really hoping that you weren't talking to me as a therapist right now.
How should I be talking to you? As a stranger on a bench?
No. No. As a friend.
Okay.
You know, I'm really honored that you would share this with me. It's evident that she was very close to you.
She really was. She meant the world to me. But she's someplace else, and Lucy is in my world now. She's here, she's now, and she is everything to me.
It's obvious. Just goes to show, though, you can fall in love more than once in a lifetime. It's funny, though. It happens when you least expect it.
All right, Alice. Thank you. Bye.
So?
Ellen just said goodbye to her mother and that she had rented her apartment to someone that Alice had never met.
Well, Alice and Ellen have never been that close, so it's possible that Ellen just didn't want to confide in her mother.
No. Ellen didn't say goodbye to anyone. And then she drops a couple of vague notes to her mother and her ex-boyfriend, but the weirdest thing of all, Rachel Locke is now living in Ellen's apartment. Something isn't right.
Okay, let me guess here. You think that Rachel poisoned Ellen and buried her under the apartment?
It's happened before.
Oh, come on, Kevin. I've heard of people killing for apartment openings in Manhattan, but this is Port Charles.
Well, that's exactly why we should be asking these questions. Case in point, how many times did Ellen say to us that Rachel seemed familiar to her? How many?
More than once, I guess.
Well, what if Ellen knew Rachel? What if she did? And what if Ellen found out too much? So Rachel got rid of her.
Oh, Kevin, you're going a little overboard with this, don't you think?
I trust my instincts, Eve. Just who is Rachel Locke, anyway?
Rachel Locke is a very capable psychiatrist who seems to be doing a good job with your father.
But on what agenda? We just don't know that much about her.
Yes, we do. We looked up her credentials on the internet,
And
remember?
what did we find? We found that she'd gotten a colleague dismissed because of a dispute over a patient.
That doesn't mean she's capable of foul play.
But what if she is?
You're not going to let this go, are you?
Right you are, Watson.
So what's your goal?
I'm going to go back and take a look at Ellen's background. Maybe I can figure out where she and Rachel might have crossed paths before.
And you think that's going to give you the answers you need?
I don't know. But I can't help but believe that it's time that we found out everything we can about Rachel Locke.
For Ellen's sake?
Maybe for all our sakes.